So, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Thursday again here in the Academy Master Plan. And this afternoon we have the most delicious lasagna. You've probably seen in the app Action Sleepy Support. So many people already this week have replicated it. And that's probably the key thing, to watch these demos or use the recipes in the recipe section and recreate them, and even add in your own taste, swapping out maybe things that you might not like. But we do ask you to kind of open your mind to try new things. So I'm going to get this on and then we can chat some more. So a little bit of garlic just got in. A second or two in the pan, and then I'm going to throw in some onion, and really, really tasty. If you go to my stories actually on Instagram, you may well see John from the Townhouse, who's doing our business challenge, cooked his version of a delicious lasagna yesterday. And I have to say, we're using passata here, but he used, of course, his own freshly roasted tomato sauce. So definitely over the weekend, I am going to give that a go because the flavour, the taste profile was phenomenal. So so obviously as a handier step, the passata is super handy, still full of nutrition, but hard to beat with anything, as we say all the time. Obviously doing your own. So. And I like that as well, as you can make up lots of it and then just pop it into jars or even freeze it then as well, and you have it for any kind of bolognese dishes or lasagna. So onions and garlic just gone in. Gonna give them a few seconds, and then we're gonna get using mince for this. If you're a vegetarian, you might prefer to use a bit of corn mince or leave it out altogether. Often we'll do the lasagna with lentils maybe even, or just purely vegetarian. So you decide. Give our onions another sec there. So lots of amazing results this week. January fever has definitely hit everybody. Everybody is back with a bang, hugely motivated and excited. We had one lady lost 10 pounds. Yes, 10 pounds. One first week and lost 10 pounds. Phenomenal. So many this week. We have people who've lost 7.5 pounds. One of the girls lost 9.5 in 2 weeks. So just amazing results. I think here Wednesday morning I was saying to the ladies that nearly half the class had lost more than 4 pounds, which is just phenomenal. I haven't said that. On the other half, though, there was people still talking about Christmas cake, about all the sweets still left over from Christmas. So yes, on the 16th of January, the C word is still being used. So if you're finding yourself that Christmas is still impacting you, getting back your goals or getting on track, then it is definitely time to ditch all that Christmas kind of stuff. I'm just going to pop some lean mince in here. So extra lean mince has about 5% fat or less. So it obviously is the leanest one. And probably the biggest difference in a lasagna like this that you will make yourself compared to one or one you might eat in a restaurant. Lots of them use higher fat content meats, but are just pre-packaged lasagnas. So full of fat, as you can imagine, probably all just very creamy sauces, lots and lots of stacks of cheese, really, and very little colour or nutrition going into it then as well. So this, there was a bigger one here with almost 2,000 calories in it, and we were saying realistically, probably wouldn't get 4 portions would make that very small. So you'd be lucky to get 2 to 3 out of it, and it has over 2,000 calories, and it has over 100 grams of fat. Over 100, about 120 grams of fat, so just hard to believe. But amazing that you can actually still have something really delicious and cooked in minutes. It's all about how you cook it and actually enjoying the whole process. To hear John from the Townhouse here yesterday talk about foods and how he sources ingredients and how he tastes stuff. It was so exciting actually to hear somebody with such passion for food. And even us using the jar of salad, he was kind of rolling his eyes. So that's his level. He is a chef, though, I suppose, I guess. But super excited to try my own tomato sauce now. So we'll give our mince another wee sec. So what are you doing? What if you want to lose half a stone in the next 2 weeks? Maybe you started all gung-ho week 1 in January, and now come 2 weeks in, you're feeling deflated. Storm Brendan earlier in the week might have knocked you right off. So what do you do to get back on track? So literally, you'll always remember in our recipe section is our 5-step plan. In the bottom of your very first email, if you're an online member, be sure to go back. 3 delicious, colourful meals per day. And they can be as exciting as you want them to be, or you literally could eat the same lunch 7 days in a row, the same dinner 7 days in a row. And some people like the routine of that. We're laughing here this morning, actually, because I've had lasagna. Lunch Tuesday, lunch and dinner yesterday. I'm going to have it for lunch again today, obviously, because I'm cooking it. And I suppose had I wrote that in a planner for the week, I would have been like, I'm not eating lasagna 3 days in a row. And maybe that's a problem with our society today, is that we are that little bit too fussy. And we don't think of food as a function to nurture and nourish our body. We think about, gosh, what else could we possibly have? When you think of actually, if you ever watch Bear Grylls or any of those island kind of shows, or even I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, they literally live on rice and beans 24/7 and nothing else out in the desert island. Fish and not the height of it, a little bit of veg if they're lucky. So maybe we are just that little bit more too fussy. And maybe we're looking for things from food outside of actually adding nutrition to the body. So maybe we're feeling emotional, sad, tired, hungry, happy, any of those emotions, and we reach for the presses or for the food. So try and think back to actually food being a function. Live, not live to eat, and try and think like that every now and again. So mince is nearly done here. So all I have in here so far is literally a bit of mince and onion and garlic. Next up, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of dried mixed herbs. Throw in fresh herbs if you have them. My pear herbs took a battering, most of them through the winter, through the autumn there in winter. So my pear mint is completely dead. Ones that have survived, the likes I have a curry leaf you don't use very often, which is still living. So there's a few of them still on the go, but not all of them. So I'll have to get that back on the go now. A little bit of oxo going in here. Bit of tomato puree. My color. Get a tomato puree everywhere. Tomato puree, and then obviously our passata. Add in any fresh herbs. You have fresh basil, it's always divine in the likes of this, so feel free to add it in. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. I'd always add pepper first. Pepper helps your body uptake any nutrients that are in a meal, so add in your pepper and then come near the end of the dish when all of that is cooked off nicely. Get a little clean spoon and have a little taste, and decide then if you feel that you need anything else. Some peppers. Just looking here beside me to think what else may not put in. The girls are laughing, so they're watching me here, but they're not actually listening. Although that was just a test to see were they watching closely enough. So the peppers and mushrooms going in. So we give them a few minutes to cook. We'll whack them up a bit to speed them up. So I think that's everything in then. And if you're at home and you're watching, like literally doesn't have to be these, like any recipe doesn't have to be these specific veg. Whatever I have in the fridge at any given time is probably what is going to go into the whatever dish it might be. I also had the nicest lunch. I think it was Monday, maybe I was working from home. I had sweet potatoes, just slice them all up, or slice them into wedges, into the air fryer for about 10 or 15 minutes. You could do it in the oven, and just wee drizzle of oil over them. When they come out, I chopped up some fresh coriander and served them with little cherry tomatoes, tiny little bit of cheese, and some pesto. And oh my God, it was absolutely divine. I'll let them mushrooms cook out in a little bit. Today you can use either the fresh pasta if you can get your hands on it. Typically Tesco's or Dunn's have fresh pasta, and your dried pasta you will get in any supermarket, literally any supermarket, and 49 cents. Folks, it's Frank's birthday today, so make sure if you see him about, you all say happy birthday. They're here messing in the background, so they're like 3 big children here around me, and then they're giggling all the more because they're trying to stay quiet. So I should actually just bring them on camera. Shouldn't Frank, you'd like to say happy birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Come on in and we'll sing to you. Oh. Yeah, good. You go sing to Frank. Then come on in. Come on in, you sing to him on camera then. Frank, you better come downstairs to go sing to you. I need minute or two here you have until my mushrooms are cooked. So yes, I'm going to use fresh pasta. Don't freak out about this part of it as well, because the pasta bit in the dish, literally all I'm going to put in is 2 sheets and then layer it up, obviously, and then I get a white sauce on in the meantime. And again, then you're packing it out with everything else.
2 sheets of plenty.
What?
2 sheets of plenty. No, yeah, a kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll, 2 sheets are plenty. There you go. You can tell what form Linda's in today. So, or how her brain is actually functioning today. So, a little bit of butter in for, just to make up a little roux for our lasagna sauce. Some flour. Linda, you're not coming in to sing happy birthday. Linda, come on in. Oh. Come on, you don't need shoes.
Come on, Linda.
I think you'd have to put them inside her.
Come on.
Come on.
There.
I'm actually very busy.
She's busy making tea, yeah.
I'm actually just have to have a chance and washing up.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and I probably have to wash up as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, come and sit up. Just come hello.
Hey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frankie baby. Happy birthday to you. I'm doing for weddings.
Yes, at a price.
Obviously.
Expensive.
Yes, okay.
She has to touch. She can't not touch. So a little tablespoon of flour just into your butter. And we're just gonna mix that up.
I think it goes like a dough.
It does go a bit like a dough. And don't be afraid of it nearly as well. People kind of freak out when it starts to lump together. But I mean, actually, see that there?
Like here.
Let's just push it down slightly there, maybe. So
You see?
kind of
Yeah.
go backwards. There, look.
See, it goes like a dough, and it'll all go together.
And then we're just going to drop in some milk.
You okay?
I probably put a little bit too much flour in there, but probably good. So in with the milk.
I hope John's not watching.
Definitely hope John's not watching. I'll have fun now. That's our 6-week business challenge. Actually, they're all taking part in for the next 6 weeks. And I will be cooking some of the weeks in that. So John will be monitoring my every move.
I know.
There's actually 2 chefs, chef from the Townhouse and chef from Lennon's Gastropub. So which will keep things interesting.
We'll be really up our game now if these chefs are watching us.
And we'll rob their ideas as well. So there's a lot of benefit from our information.
To the way it's going. Yeah.
So we're getting thicker here, but I'm just
lovely.
want to burn, so we'll do a little bit more.
Grania, I'm doing your job.
And the whisking a little bit of elbow.
Good for your actually my arms are still sore.
That's
I did boot camp last night.
So yes, there's another one, guys. Halfway through January, have you done the activity that you promised yourself you might start then in January, or have you given up on that? Or what can you do this week? Get back at it.
First week I was very sore. I actually was nearly going to give up. I was that sore.
You should come around actually and say that, because it was interesting what you said to me actually about how different you felt literally within a week.
Actually, don't go thanks class because that's actually the hardest. No, the first week I was actually dying. I thought I was actually going to die.
Yes,
I couldn't actually hug my children. I couldn't do this. It was actually too painful. But this week, I noticed in 1 week such a difference. Oh my God. So on my rest day.
And when you say such a, you mean like fitness wise now, you said you were so out of puff even all the first
Yeah,
week.
so out of puff. Doing my press ups were just embarrassing. And then last month night, it was a lot easier. And it made me get out and go for a walk too on them other days. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be sick. You know what I mean? So let's say you for that.
I said no. So that more.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
She likes it saucy. They always
I like
say
a bit
that.
saucy. Yes. A bit saucy. So it, so it was really good, and it made me, and I have to do it. And actually, here is the tip. This is a free tip. Okay. My tip is, when I came last week to do boot camp, there was a lovely lady here, Leon, and she was doing it on her own.
Yes.
And I said, well, look, I'm going to buddy up with you, so I can't let her down. Yes. So on Friday night, I didn't really want to come. I didn't want to. I was, sitting home and said, oh, go on, go and do boot camp. But because I knew Leon was going to be here, waiting on me, I couldn't let her down. Yes. So buddy up.
There you go, folks. Yes. And we're so much better for other people than we are actually for ourselves. So having somebody that is relying on you, you actually do better.
Karen, you should be fantastic. You're going to get a job in tennis. You're going to get a job in tennis. Yeah.
Would they have me? Like,
Well, maybe.
We do need to have the new menu coming out very soon as well, so we'll have to get back over.
Lovely.
So he actually put a bit of white sauce to
At the
start.
bottom. Yeah, I done that
Did you do that
today. And then I put just one layer of pasta.
Okay, guys. So just gonna add a little bit.
Lovely. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
The cup of sunshine.
Of course. Linda is definitely our cup of sunshine around here. So a little sheet of pasta. Some of your gorgeous bolognese. If you prefer it that bit saucier, as Linda said there, add in more. And my mushrooms and all went in late, but they're pretty much cooked. If you're at home, because we're using fresh pasta sheets here, this isn't going to take very long to cook through it all. But if you're at home, you may want to actually just use the dried ones and plug it into the oven and leave it there for half an hour or so. Go away, get something done and come back and it will be divine. It'll also give your veg a bit more time to cook off a wee bit. So a layer of mince and then just a little bit of your sauce. And again, people are worried because there's butter in that sauce. But when you see actually how little you really use.
And plus too, when you go by the recipe, even the 25 grams, you think there's not a lot of flour in it, but it's fine. Just trust the recipe.
Yes.
Trust the recipe.
Good point.
Yeah.
Trust us.
I'm a doctor.
She's used that line before.
No, mince. Yeah, mince. Yeah. It smells gorgeous, Karen.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I am, like, honestly, like as I said, because John made this again yesterday, I had it again last night. So I have literally had this so many times this week alone, and I'm going to have it again for lunch.
Yeah, and that's another thing too we're talking about during the week. Make sure your lunch is exciting and it's delicious, okay? All your meals have to be delicious, but have a proper lunch at lunchtime and a proper dinner. Because then you won't have cravings and you won't be hungry.
Yes. And I do find that if I have 2 dinner style meals in the day, a dinner and another dinner.
I don't want anything.
Yeah.
I had this last Thursday and I had done the sweet and sour chicken that night and I had no snacks and I had a great day. Yeah. So that's about it.
And how are you getting on with your swimming?
Yeah, I'm doing the swimming.
Yeah,
since
I was last time.
Yeah, no, just 9 months.
Linda is also doing the
No, Linda is not, just to be clear. Linda is thinking about it.
Linda is in. She's in. There's no thinking. There's in or out.
No.
Once there's a half an in, she's in. You know that.
No, that's when I'm going to train for alcohol. I'm definitely in.
Right.
But this is, I have to think about it.
So we do alcohol.
I want to do a relay. I think we should do a relay.
Well, Emma did say that actually.
I think we should do it. I do a relay. If I thought I had to do, I think we should do a relay. I mean, I'm the voice of reason. Oh, do we do this?
Yeah, we're fine. The cheese, cheese then on top, 30 grams of cheese. And it sounds again like nothing. That's probably only 20 grams of cheese gone on top there. And literally all I'm going to do with that is pop it in the oven for a few minutes. There's no point in me watching. It's going to take about 5 minutes in the slow oven. But how simple is that? Like literally done in minutes. So we'll pop them in. And if you're at home, you're away doing something else and just let it cook away there and come back and enjoy an amazing sit down with a knife and fork and a seat, away from phones, away from TVs, away from technology, with your family and enjoy. And even when you're cooking, try and enjoy the cooking process as well. Look how easy when you're standing chatting to someone, how easy and quickly that job is actually done as well. So literally 18 minutes start to finish and we're in the oven, and that was us chatting our way through it and forgetting to do bits. So literally 15 minutes and you probably have that in the oven. So folks, enjoy, have another amazing week. If you need help, reach out in the secret support, reach out via your emails. If you're online and you paid for extra support, you get weekly texts as well. So folks, if you're sitting at home and you know you need help, please shout. If you're an Academy Dundalk member here as well, equally the same. You get texts from myself, Linda or Grania. And I said during the week how many of them, I said I was feeling unloved. And actually I said it was about commitment, because I was saying when I start my triathlon training, if my coach texted me, or swim coach or whatever texted me, which probably wouldn't even happen, but if he did, text me to ask how I was getting on, there is not a chance in hell I wouldn't reply. Yet we send out texts and many as don't even reply. And then the guys here during the week said that's because, number one, they think we're too busy, or some of them thought it was an automated computer send out. And I was like, no, that is physically us texting one by one to you all. And I think it's just that engagement of your brain to think, do you know what, actually I'm going to send something back here because I want to do this. So never be afraid of bombarding us or torturing us. If it helps you get to your goal quicker, which is the point of it, then shout, reach out for help. So have an amazing week, guys, and I will chat to you all on next Thursday.